never mind. We're gonna play round 3. All right, round 3, Vintage Challenge with the rug deck. Yep. Yep, that's the one. Am I gonna play Island or am I gonna fetch? I guess I'll play Island. Yeah, that's fine. Island's a very awkward card in this deck because of exactly Wrenn and 6, but we still have the ability to go like Time Walk on turn 2. So, and for anyone new to Vintage, there are 2 reasons that I don't cast Ancestral Recall on my turn. 1 is to play around Force of Negation, and 2 is so that when I draw to 8 cards, I don't have to discard at the end of turn. Didn't draw another fetch land, and we also didn't draw any free counter spells. Ooh. Alright, these Wastelands are going to get put to use, which is nice. And it's Hogaak, I guess? I guess it could still be HogaakVine as well, or Horror One. As long as we don't get, like, double Hollow One or Vengevine here, as long as they don't have a crazy turn 1 start, we should be pretty favored. But if they have a crazy turn 1 start, we could definitely still lose this game. We don't really have in our hand answers that are very good against like multiple Vengevines. We don't have any removal spells or anything like that. So they put 1 Vengevine, 1 Bloodghast in the board. So they are on Hogaak. And they have a Gataxian Probe in their deck. Interesting. Well, now I can F6, which is always nice. So if they, it's interesting that they binned Bloodghast, Vengevine, Wasteland when we know that they have a Rootwalla, which leads me to believe that they don't have any hollow ones. Because if they had a hollow one, they would just play hollow one and trigger the Vengevine. Oh, do they just have... Oh. What an odd game. All right, so next turn, they can trigger this Vengevine anyways. That's quite odd. Oh, that's a pretty good card here. All right, so I'm going to just look at what they have in their hand first so that we can formulate a game plan. Oh, so they do have an extra Bazaar. All right, so what we're going to definitely do is lead with Time Walk. So they're going to return a Vengevine no matter what. What a weird game. But we now have a Tarmogoyf, which should be good enough until they find a Hogaak. Alright, so we're definitely going to start by Time Walking. And then we're going to probably just go Wasteland Tarmogoyf, unless something different happens here. Yeah, Wasteland Tarmogoyf, which covers the board. I don't think that I'm going to force the Deathrite Shaman because I think I have to... Well, I have an Oko, so I actually can beat a Hogaak. So maybe I can actually force the Deathrite Shaman. Kind of interesting. So I do have to find another... I guess I have Dig Through Time next turn. They found another Bloodghast. This Tarmogoyf looks quite good on this board. I think I'm going to force this. I've already played my land draw, so unless my Dig Through Time hits Ruby Sapphire, Wait a second. Opponent has sorcery. They don't have any instants. Oh, if I can leave 1, 2, 3. I don't really want to dig actually, because I want to make my other cards better. Ooh, these cards are not very good. Oh wow! All right, that's quite unfortunate. I didn't want to dig because I didn't like the current situation of the graveyard in regards to my Tarmogoyf's power toughness. Um, but if we miss next turn, so be it. Okay, so they still missed on Hogaak, which is good. I mean, we have the answer to Hogaak, but I do need to hit lands to do so. And if opponent gets too wide, we might have an issue. Um, like I think preordaining for a land drop is fine there. Like, I don't want to play this Hogaak and have I don't want to play this Oko and have it die before they find a Hogaak, because like that's kind of how I can answer Hogaak. Though they can kind of recast Hogaak after they attack in with it. We are pretty far behind on board currently, which makes this like kind of a challenging game. But this Tarmogoyf is obviously a lifesaver. They now have Pump. They might start swinging in here because they need to try to clock me before I get too far ahead. If they do swing in, I'm going to block the Vengevine. They want to tap out, pump the Root Wall, and hit me for 4 or whatever. Obviously, returning 2 Vengevines is going to be pretty problematic later in the game, but it's pretty hard to return 2 Vengevines. Would rather just block here as it is. So if opponent has a Hogaak in their yard, that block can be a little risky if they can like take away creatures, I guess. So there's a possibility that I'm actually supposed to just block Rootwalla, but I just definitely don't think they have a Hogaak. So I did miss on a land drop again, which is quite problematic. I drew all my 3 drops again. So they have instant sorcery land creature. But I still want to leave instant. Still want to leave. I don't actually care about Wasteland here, right? Red and 6 is like the least likely card to get cast. Leave instant sorcery. All right, we found fetch land lightning bolts, which seems perfect. Okay, I think we're in a great shape now. We have Dreadhorde, lightning bolts, Oko. If they somehow played a hollow one, we have Dak Faden. We should be pretty covered. Obviously, the thing that we lose to here is opponent going super wide on us. So if they somehow have creature to trigger their Vengevines, that's the bad part about this right now. They go for an attack all. Definitely down to block. And I think I am just gonna take the other 3. Yeah, alright. So they have about a million ways to bring back Bloodghast. I kind of need to get this Dreadhorde in play. What is this? They find a Hogaak? Holy... Oh, they hard cast a Vengevine post-combat. See? Alright. Well, I'm gonna definitely just bolt this Vengevine. I'm getting chipped away here. I need to present a front. Sanctuary back, Ancestral, or Lightning Bolt. Is it time to play an Oko? Must be time to just play a Dreadhorde. And then put Lightning Bolt back on top, and then go for Lightning Bolt, maybe? They can't hit double creature unless they hit Bazaar and get very lucky. So I think I'm supposed to play a Dread Horde who blocks this board fairly well. And I don't know what I'm sanctuarying. I think I want to sanctuary Lightning Bolt. And that way I can go Lightning Bolt Oko next turn. I don't think I need an Ancestral. I'm very worried about opponent drawing creature, holding it, and triple Vengevining me. I'm down to take one. I don't really think letting them hit Hogaak is a play that I want them to make, so I'll take one for a little while. So now I have Lightning Bolt. So I could... We just need to make the board extremely large. I don't think I'm attacking with this Dread Horde. I mean, I can bolt this Basking Rootwalla and attack with Dread Horde. But I think what we do is we just play an Oko and make a food. I mean, if opponent goes creature, we just die, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, because we have the Lightning Bolt. All right, I don't think I'm supposed to attack here with this Dread Horde Arcanist. That's one creature. Did they draw creature? Holy shit, they drew creature. Wow. Opponent has top deck incredibly well. Oh, they drew Hogaak. Woo, boy. We're not dead to vines currently. We have vines covered. Wow, opponent has top decked quite well. Just no misses. I guess there's not many cards in the deck that are not creatures, but I guess like at the same time, are we actually dead to vines? Now I have to fucking hit the Hogaak with an Oko. Block a vine, shoot a vine. I die exactly to vine. Oh my god, opponent. I can't believe we lost this game. Incredible. If we had drawn one land on an earlier turn, it's pretty much not happening, but... Oh boy, opponent. That was brutal. Alright. Pyroblast, Flusterstorm, Negation. Feel like we got extremely heavily out top deck there. Maybe? I don't know, maybe. Not unreasonable, I guess. What else are we taking out? Mystic Sanctuary, Gush. Yeah, okay, Stu. Whatever you say. No, Goyf is at its best in this matchup. Definitely not Goyf. Goyf is hella good in this matchup. As you could just... Goyf is the only reason we were able to live to turn 4. Goyf was the only reason we got to live to turn 4 there. Dax deals hollow ones, so you really don't want to cut any Dax. Maybe we can just cut our Preordain. Maybe we can cut one of these cards, actually. We can do that. Might be okay. Kind of a weird board plan, but... I really didn't think we were going to lose that game, but opponent had the stuffs. Opponent had the stuffs, for sure. Maybe I don't need 3 Dax, 3 Shattering Sprees. That's kind of a lot. I probably didn't need to board that many of them in. Might be over-respecting Hollow One. But they do pair really well with Leyline. Interesting. I'm definitely down to top both of these cards. That's very good. All right, let's see if opponent had Layla, Force of Vigor in their opener. Looks like they did. Incredible. Card is ridiculous. But they didn't have a Bazaar, so we should be fine. Here we can jam a Dak Fade in. Get value off of our Uro by pitching it. Maybe we're supposed to get double Trop here. Probably not. Pitch a Leyline, pitch an Uro. We're pretty far away from casting the Uro because Ruby doesn't help cast it. But opponent kept a Force of Vigor, no Bizarre hand, it looks like, which I'm totally okay with them doing. They might have had a very early Hogaak hand with Citrus Supplier, but we top decked the misstep and got him. Oh, we just murder them? We just murder them. They dead. They tried to play a fair game with me. Don't you know I'm the Planeswalker? I'm a Planeswalker. You can't play a fair game with a Planeswalker. Come on now. Oh, I also drew Merchant Scroll. I think it's better to put an Uro into play than Merchant Scroll for a Force of Will. Holy shit, did I just say that? Did I just say that? Are those words that just came out of my mouth? I think it's better to Uro than get a Force of Will. Holy shit, I just said that. I don't need a Tabernacle. I'm far ahead. I don't need a Tabernacle. I did show them I have a Tabernacle in my deck, though. I can always get it back with Ren and 6 anyways. I like Uro. I'm a real big fan of this Uro card. I like this Uro card, chat. Kind of sweet. I think this card's good. In vintage. I think it's underplayed right now. Because right now it's seeing 0 play. And I think 0 play is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, this is not going to work. That might work. This is a kind of risky hand to keep against Hogaak because Tabernacle is not lights out, but at least Shattering Spree could maybe hit their Moxen or something. I think we could lose with this hand pretty easily, but I don't think I can mulligan it anymore. Possibly I could. Deathrite Shaman. All right, another non-bizarre hand. Wow, that's a good one. Might be an early Hogaak hand. My deck is very bad against early Hogaak, so opponent identifying that my hand is bad against early Hogaak and keeping early Hogaak hands is pretty reasonable. Are we supposed to tabby them here though? Is that like the plan? If we tabby them, it gets a little bit harder for them to Hogaak. Unless they just let this die, save this, and then play another one. I think we're supposed to tabby them. Well, that's the best part about this Hogaak deck is that when opponent overboards on Graveyard Hate, they get to play like a very fair game plan and play it fairly effectively, actually. I played the Hogaak deck a lot, and I really thought it was quite interesting compared to like a deck like Dredge or HogaakVine, where you're all in. I didn't like those decks as much as I liked playing Hogaak. Wasteland off the top. Okay, opponent, I see you. I see you, opponent. I mean, they probably had a Wasteland in their hand the way they kept this game. This is going to be quite a hard game for us to win because I think opponent is definitely trending towards a Hogaak, and we really just can't do anything about that. I think they have a Hogaak. I think they just don't have the mana for it yet. They're what, 1 mana away from a Hogaak right now? All right, now they have a Hogaak, which we can't really beat. We have to Oko. So yeah, I guess we got. I mean, I don't really think we could mulligan this hand, but maybe we should have. Oh, they're gonna hard cast Vine. If they're gonna do that, that means they're hard casting Vine, right? That's fine. Oh no, they're gonna hard cast Vine and cast Hogaak. Never mind. All right, I have to find Force of Will. Didn't find a Force of Will, chat. I guess we lose. Well, I guess we lose. Maybe they did. Maybe they just top decked it. Yeah, maybe they just top decked it. It's fine. I can't mull to Leyline every game versus this deck, especially when they can make starts like this. And then just hardcast like cards like that. So yeah, I don't know why Gak has trample. Not that if it didn't have trample, I would still also probably lose, but if I hit Force of Will there, I'm in legitimately decent shape where I force the Hogaak. They're pretty far from a new Hogaak. I just have to deal with the onboard presence, but whatever. I think we hit some quite bad matchups. Like, I would consider this matchup to be quite bad, and I would consider the Oath matchup to be not very good either. So I think we got fairly unlucky with our matchups today. Kind of sad, but not much I can do about it. So I need to hit Time Walk. I need to hit Time Walk off of this to start. At the very least, I need to start with Time Walk. It's great that I've actually found my one of answer, but I still am going to just die on board. Crazy. Yeah, that's just unfortunate, I think. Because it kind of seems like opponent didn't even have the Hogaak, right? Because they had 5 cards in yard and 2... Did they have 5 cards in yard and 2 creatures in play that one turn? Well, what am I going to do? I think we'll play a little bit more. I do think that this deck's pretty fun, so maybe we'll play a little bit more. Imagine thinking that Bazaar is not good right now when you could just play Hogaak. But you're too busy trying to bring back Squeeze. No bizarre required. Bro, you're the one saying that non-ironically. All week you've been saying that non-ironically. Unironically. Words. Oh, you one of them fake news, I see. No one. Who would do such a thing? I don't know if I want to play anymore, chat. We're dead for top 8. I want to play TFT. Lock in my Pro Tour decks. Who else is streaming Vintage today? Who else is streaming Vintage today? Anyone good? Log, where's the multi-Twitch? The multi-Twitch. Oh, I don't want to hear myself talk. Canister's got enough people. We gotta hit someone up. Yama's got enough people. There's gotta be someone down here. Pinter? Pinter? Is Pinter winning? One and two. Jeez. Oh, that's because he played Hull Breacher. Unfortunate. Does he plan on continuing to stream? Whatever. Who cares? All right, that's enough for me. I'm dead in this tournament, and I have some other things I need to do today, like lock in a Pro Tour deck and play TFT. So thanks for stopping by. I don't know when my next stream will be, because I should really play Standard all this week, but I don't know. I also am starting my new job this week, so I don't know what that'll be like. So I'm not 100% sure when the next stream will be, but until then, thank you, everybody, and hopefully you can go watch some more Vintage today. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I won't have to play Standard ever again after next weekend's event, all right? It's fine. Everything will be fine. Ooh, get 69. Ah, nice. I want to send you guys with 69.